Social Welfare Minister Paul Lingdot stated today that the rehabilitation of street hawkers from Khandai Lat will mark a significant step forward in accordance with the Meghalaya High Court's directive. The court has instructed the Principal Secretary of the Urban Affairs Department to constitute a committee of authorities responsible for regulation of traffic in Shillong City to specify the areas where street vending is permitted by law. The minister emphasized that the first priority will be Khandai Lat, where 200 vendors are set to be rehabilitated by November. Upon successful rehabilitation, the area will be designated as a pedestrian zone.
No, this matter is something which I have been updating you about. The latest was that we had a meeting chaired by Deputy CM in charge Urban Affairs, where the plan of action of the department was shown to us through a PowerPoint presentation. It includes details of all applicants because our first zone, first area of concentration is the Khandai Lat stretch. So as I indicated the other day, there are about 200 plus applicants, and now steps are on to rehabilitate them, and some of the spaces available with the department have already been indicated and earmarked. So we should be in a position to complete the entire exercise within the month of November this year.
How many of these places identified as vending zone?
For Khandai Lat, it will be, I think, 3. Yes.
Where?
3 such spaces, including buildings of the MTC and the Muda.
So all these 200 people will be accommodated in these
yes.
identified
All of those who have been duly, whose applications have been duly scrutinized and who qualify all the parameters set by the town vending committee in collaboration with the SMB will find space in the designated areas.
Because the concern of the High Court is regarding street vendors and the affecting the traffic movement in Shillong. So will this exercise of the department address this very concern?
It is going to be the first move in that direction, but a positive move, because as you can see, these vendors, now government already has a policy of rehabilitating them and giving them proper space with water facilities and other amenities. So the problem that the city is faced with, and which the Department of Urban Affairs is trying to address, is that there should be equal respect for the rights of all users of public space. And users of public space include transporters, drivers, pedestrians, and these vendors therefore should not in any way impinge upon the rights of motorists and pedestrians, which is what is happening right now.
But we have seen the Lamukra. These street vendors are encroaching not only footpath but the road. It's very difficult for vehicle.
That point was raised by the local MLA and Cabinet Minister, Dr. Ampareen Lingdo. So she has the details.
So whether the vending zone are actually demarcated now?
Yes, we have demarcated first, starting with Khandai Lat. In the other areas like Lamukra, now a new market complex is being inaugurated shortly. So we will go in that manner, but the first priority is the heart of the city, which is Khandai Lat.
While this process is taking its own time, we've seen that the number of hawkers in Khandai Lat, it's only increasing multiple times now. So how do you plan to go ahead with it?
As I said, give us time till end of November, where we will be able to rehabilitate. And once that is done, the area will be declared as a pedestrian zone with no facilities and space for hawking.
Before we have talked to a number of pedestrians in Kandailat and other places, public places like Matram also. They have expressed concern that the government in the past they used to conduct regular surprise raids where these hawkers who come and encroach on the roads, footpaths and all. I mean, it a kind of deterrence to such encroachment. But now the government has not done anything, so it has given way for them to come and set up.
We're just a few days before the end of October, and I assure you that within November 24, these people, the vendors, will be those who qualify and have been identified for the spaces that I mentioned. They will be relocated, and the rest will simply not be allowed to carry on their trade in that
But
zone.
in the name of livelihood, many people will come and even protest against the government.
A lot of, see, whether we do it or we don't do it, people are always critical of the government. So we do not, that really doesn't matter. What matters most is that we would first try to address the concern of the vast majority of people.
Paul, can you consider that the road is not a place of hawkers, but it belongs to pedestrians? How come that the hawkers they make us a livelihood on the road? So it seems that the government they're not sensitive on that part.
See, which is why we now are increasing the number of areas for trading, where these hawkers can also be accommodated. So there is a plan that has been worked out by the Urban Affairs Department for the past 1 year, and this will fructify once we start with the most important center, which is the epicenter of the state of Meghalaya, which is Kandailat.